Hey, how you doing? Welcome to another time here. Welcome to another time at the book club. So glad to have you. Grateful for another time here. So what we got to do Sunday afternoon, 2 p.m. West African time. We got to read a book, share the book, and do life together using the book. So I'm happy to have you here with me. We're going to be closing out on our sixth book in the series. We've been reading it for the last 1 year. We started the first Sunday in July, and we're going to close it out. We closed it out last week, and we're going to run through the whole book, what we've been doing for the last 1 year, and see what we can decipher or what we've deciphered. Try to summarize the lessons learned in the last 1 year. So there's some of the takeaway. So I'm gonna run the next 7 weeks, trying to just summarize what we've been learning the last 1 year, summarize the whole book in this seven take. So there's the first of the seven take. I hope you learn something, you remember something, something applies to you, something makes a meaning to you, whatsoever. Feel free, like I say all the time, you can ask me questions, you can contribute to this. This is going to be on my Instagram reel. It's going to be on my Facebook page. It's going to be on my YouTube channel. Feel free to lend a voice to it. I had a good time last week. I had my brother here, Gabriel. Dr. Gabriel was here. My sister Chielo was here also, and we had a good time. So we'll do another one here. We'll see how many people come along, and we can just share this time together. I see Chase feats here. Thanks for coming along. I hope you get blessed by our time together. It's a good life. That's the book we've gone through this last 1 year, and we're going to try and close it out, do a summary of all we've learned in the book. This is a summary of 85 years of research, in a life case study of human development. And all they were trying to do is that what makes for a good adult development. You know, there's several studies on baby development, all of that stuff. But what they've attempted to do here in the last 85 years plus is see what makes for an adult, a human adult developing, growing well, what makes it, such that people that live long, and not just that they live long, but they have a good life. They have a seasoned life. They have the benefit of living, they are fulfilled living. They are not just passing time, but they enjoy their life. What makes it for someone to enjoy their life and to live long? And the summary of the result of the study is that what makes for that is relationship, is having relationship in the different areas of our life, and not just having those relationship, but having quality relationship. When you have quality relationship in your life, you're going to live long and you're going to live well. Full stop. That's a summary of the book, and that's what we've discussed in the last 1 year. We've looked at that. We've looked at relationship itself, looked at how to to form relationship in the different areas of our life, the things that affect it, and things to look at, how to have relationship and how to maintain relationship. And we came up with the word social fitness. Just like being physically fit is by exercising, eating well, sleeping well, there's also something called social fitness. Is our ability to make relationship and also to keep those relationship. When you can do that, you are said to be socially fit. You can interact in the social universe. Yeah, you can interact in your social universe. You're not left alone. You are not handicapped in interacting and living and dwelling, in moving, in existing in your social universe. And we've looked at different areas around that as we try to summarize what we've done in the last 1 year, hoping something will come up that it's important to you. And today we're going to try and go through the introduction of the book and chapter 1. That's our target here today, to try and do in this segment, run through what the introduction and chapter 1, has to say. I'm going to bring up my slide like I always do, and we'll run through that. Alrighty. Again, that's the book, and those are the two authors, Robert Waldinger and Marc Schulz. They've led the institute at the Harvard School, doing this study, and this is just a compilation of all that study, results from that study. And so we're gonna do today. We're gonna have 7 sessions here to the end of July before we go for our next book. Our next book has not been decided on yet. I'm open to that. If someone has a book you want us to share, let me know. I need to know that on time so I can order a copy up for myself, But before the end of this month, hopefully we would have decided on what our 7th book would be. So this is part 1 of a takeaway from the book, And the book says it doesn't matter how old you are, where you are in the life cycle. When we talk about the life cycle, we're talking about being born, being a little baby, being a preteen, being a teen, uh, being an adolescent, being a young adult, mid adult, old adult, centurion, all of that, irrespective of where you find yourself in a circle of life, whether you are married or not married, whether you're introverted or extroverted, right? Everyone can make a positive turn in their life. No one is condemned to wherever they are. Every irrespective of where you find yourself at this point in your life, you can be better. You can be better. You are not condemned to wherever it is that you are, irrespective of the trajectory of life that you find yourself right now. You can make a change for the better. You are not a tree. You are not a stone. You are a human being, a human being, a human being, not a human being, not a human to be, but a human being, a living person, a living, breathing person. When the Almighty God created you, He said He called you a living soul, a living will, a living intellect, a living emotion. You are able to make decisions. And you are able to according to your decision. Therefore, you can change. You can make a decision for you to take your life to a new level. You are not condemned to the level that you find yourself right now. If you are poor today, you can be rich. If you are sad today, you can be happy. If you're emotionally downcasted today, you can be lifted up. You can make decisions that will take your life to a better level, to a better level, to a better level. Irrespective of where you find yourself, your life has been studied. You are not a strange person. You did not just drop. There are people that are like you. There are people that have been where you are right now, and they have made a change for the better. If they worked for them, it will work for you also. Right? Your life has been well studied. You are not a new person. The Bible also puts it this way, for those of us Christians, 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13, it says that there's nothing that has come to you that is strange. Everything you are going through is a human experience. It is not an extraterrestrial experience. It is not a space experience. It's not another planet experience. Irrespective of what you are going through right now, irrespective of what the challenge in your life is right now, it is a human experience, and it is not strange. Other people have gone through it. Other people are going through it. Other people will go through it. People have gone through it and have succeeded. There's no excuse for you not to succeed. You are destined to succeed, except you choose otherwise. There is a way to succeed. There's a way to do what you are doing right now that will make you succeed, that will make you get the best out of it. It's all a matter of whether you want to or not. The things to do, they are available. They have been studied, they have been used, and they are repeatable. You can make your life better, irrespective of where you find yourself right now. That is a given, right? It's a matter of you asking questions, right? So it doesn't matter how old you are, where you are in the life cycle, whether you are married, not married, whether you're introverted or extroverted, everyone can make positive turns in their life, including you, right? The unexamined life is not worth living, Socrates says, right? A life that is worth living is a life that must must be examined on a periodic basis. You cannot live your life without examining it, or you will go the wrong place. Another part in Proverbs says that there's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the ends thereof is a way of death. If you don't examine your way, you will end up in debt. You will not know, but you will be dead before you know it, right? A life that is worth living is a life worth examining. Every now and then you should ask yourself, am I living the life I set out to live? Am I living the life I set out to live? First of all, you even need to set out to live your life. You cannot just live life without setting out to live it. If you don't live a life that you are not setting out to live, you are going to end in hell, both spiritual and temporal. Because where there's no vision, the people perish. Where there's no vision, the people perish. The people go to hell, both temporal and spiritual. If you don't have a vision, you are going to hell. You are going to go to heaven, whether in this life or in the life to come. If you are going to enter into your wealthy, rich place, you must have a vision for it. You must have a vision of that place you want to get to. Because if you don't have a vision, then any road will lead to where you are going to, because you are going nowhere. And the place called nowhere is called hell. Hell, both in this life and in the life to come, right? So if you want to go to heaven, if you want to go into your wealthy place, if you want to be rich, if you want to be prosperous, you must have a vision of that place for you, a vision of that place called there for you, right? And then you must then begin to do the things that will take you there. And every now and then you must check to be sure whether you are still on that road, whether you have not missed the road, whether you have not compromised, whether you have not been deceived, whether you have not been distracted. Right? So a life that is worth living, a life that focuses, that is destined to go to heaven, that is destined to be with God, that is destined to prosper, that is destined to do well, must be examined every now and then to be sure it is still on the road. If you don't examine that life, you're not going to go to where you want to go to. You're not going to go to a good place. Right? So Socrates says again, the unexamined life is not worth living, right? The reverse is equally true. The life that is worth living must be examined. A life that is worth living must be examined. If you don't examine it, it is not worth living. It's not going to take you to a place that is pleasurable. It's not going to take you to a place that is desirable. If you are going to go to a place that is desirable, a place that is pleasurable, then you must examine your life every now and then. Examine your life every now and then. Yeah, everybody might be praising you. Doesn't mean that everything is well. Everybody might say you are the best, you are good. They are not the ones that know where you are going. You know where you are going. Remember, you are the master of your destiny. You are the master of your fate. You are the captain of your soul. You are the one that directs the affairs of your life, not the praise singers, right? Not the praise singers. You are the master. You are the responsible party for your life, for your destiny, for your fate, for your soul, for your body, for your person, for all that is you. So every now and then you need to ask yourself, are we on the right road? Are we on the right path to that place called there for us? And when you are not, you need to make the necessary correction so that you can end up in your wealthy place. You can end up in your large place. As a Zen master posted this way, it says, in the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities. In the immature mind, there are many possibilities. In the amateur's mind, there are many possibilities, right? But in the expert's mind, in the guru's mind, in the master's mind, in the matured mind, in the professional mind, there are few. Not all roads will lead to where you are going to. Only a few will. And you need to know those few. Thomas Edison had to do 999 trials before he got it right at the 1,000th time. But he found out the 999 ways that are not the way. He did that to find the one. When you become a master, when you become a guru in anything, your options to do the same thing reduces. You don't waste your time. You don't beat around the bush. You don't spend time on things the amateur spends time on. You go direct to the point. Right? You have gained momentum. You don't beat about the bush. You don't have to go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know where to go to, and you go to it straight. That is the power of being a guru. That's the power of being a master. That's the power of being good at what you do. You have momentum, right? Years give you momentum. They give you the knowledge, the wisdom to know the things that matter and the things that don't matter. Children can play with everything, think that everything is important. But as you grow old, you know the things not to play with. You know the things to focus on. You know the majors to measure on. And you know the minors to minor on. You know the 20% to focus on and the 80% to let go. That is what maturity does to us. That's what the years are supposed to do to us. As we grow older, we don't necessarily gain physical strength, but we're supposed to gain wisdom. The Bible says the gray hair is an honor to the old man, only if it comes with wisdom. If all your years don't give you wisdom, then your life is a waste. For your life to matter, for your years to matter, you must gain wisdom, must gain wisdom. Because as you grow older, your strength diminishes. But your wisdom must be increasing. Because your wisdom then is what substitutes for the strength that you lose. Right? If you don't gain wisdom, then you are useless. Then you are not following the right life path. Our pilgrimage through life is supposed to help us to gain wisdom. Because with wisdom comes momentum. With wisdom comes ability. With wisdom comes focus. We can then do things better than we used to. If I'm doing things at the same rate, at the same speed, in the same way I used to do years past, then my life, the years in between were useless. Our years need to mean something. So the psalmist says, he says, Lord, give us wisdom to number our days, that we might apply our heart unto wisdom. Those days you don't get back. Make use of them to gain wisdom. Let the days of your life, your years of your life matter. Let them give you wisdom. Right? So good relationships keep us happier, healthier, and help us live longer. That's what we've learned from this book. That's what they've learned from the old research. Good relationship, not just relationship, good relationship, not just relationship, good relationship. Relationship that makes you happy, relationship that fulfills you, relationship that adds to you, not relationship that drains you. Don't forget, we've said it severally. A healthy relationship is one in which people come together because of what they can give, not what they can receive. They don't come into it for being parasitic. They don't come in onto it to drain the other person. They come in to add to the people they are coming into. They come in with their strength. Though they are weaknesses, but they are coming in with their strength. They are measuring in their strength. They are minoring their weaknesses. They are coming in to add to the team, to add to everyone else. That is a healthy relationship. That's a life-giving relationship that everyone comes in to pull their own weight. Not just to be a parasite, not just to be fed by others, not just to come and sleep and let every other person do the work. It is to pull your own weight with your strength. That is what we call a healthy relationship. That is what we call a life-giving relationship. Everybody comes to contribute their own bit to the whole, right? Everybody comes to contribute their own bit to the whole. That is a healthy relationship. And when you come in that healthy relationship, what holds everybody together is not what they give, it's what they receive. Because when everybody is giving, everybody receives. The Bible says that the body grows by that which each joint supplies. Each joint supplies. Each joint supplies. There is no parasite. There's no one that is not supplying. The healthy body, each joint supplies. Everyone is contributing. Everyone is contributing. That's what makes for a healthy body. That's what makes for a healthy relationship. That's what makes for a healthy grouping. That's what makes for a healthy team. right? That's what makes for a healthy partnership, right? It's not, oh, I'm going to marry, so yeah, the person will give me money, do this, do this. That's stupid. There are no stupid, there are no useless partners, right? In any partnership, whether it be a marriage partnership, whether it be a business partnership, whether it be a club partnership, whatever it is, everyone must come because of what they can give, not what they can receive. That is what makes for the whole. Everybody's pulling their own weight. When everybody pulls their own weight, what keeps a team together then is what each person receives, not what they give. Because it's a giving and receiving, giving and receiving, giving and receiving. That's what relationship is. There must be reciprocity. If there's no reciprocity in any relationship, it is not a good relationship. It is not a healthy relationship. It's not a life-giving relationship. It's not a heavenly relationship. It will not lead you to heaven. It will not take you to your wealthy place. It will only take you to hell. If you're going to go to heaven, if your partnership will take you to heaven, there must be reciprocity. People are giving and receiving, giving and receiving, giving and receiving, giving and receiving, giving and receiving. A good relationship, a healthy relationship, keeps us happier, healthier, and help us live longer, because that is the way the Creator ordained it. That's the way the Creator ordained it. The Creator ordained that we will be in healthy, good, life-giving relationship, and that will be a life source for us. It will be a life source for us. It will charge our battery. It will charge our battery. Every relationship that I go into, a healthy relationship, is meant to charge my battery, not drain my battery. Because as I give, I receive. As I give, I receive. As I give for my strength, I receive something to support, to help my weakness. That is what a life-giving relationship is, right? So a good relationship, a healthy relationship, will make us happier. If you're in a relationship that is not making you happy, there's a problem. It's not a good relationship. A good relationship will make us happier. Yes, there might be, we're not perfect beings, right? There might be challenges, but you walk through that challenge. And that challenge is not what it is all the time. Where there are challenges, there must be something you are getting that is helping you weigh against that challenge. Not that everything is you are giving, you're draining you. If you're doing that, you're not in a good relationship. You're not in a life-giving relationship. You're not home yet. Keep moving. Human beings are primarily social animals. That's the way God made us. God made us for relationship. In the beginning, God said of his first creation, it says it is not good for Adam to be alone. It's not good for man to be alone. It's not good for woman to be alone. It's not good for girl to be alone. It's not good for boy to be alone. God created us to relate. We were created as social beings. Social beings. We need to interact. When we don't interact, we become lonely. Loneliness is a symptom of not having the right social interaction. Loneliness comes to us when we're not having the right social interaction, and the amount of social interaction that each one of us needs is different. What I need is different from someone else. What an introvert needs is different from what an extrovert needs. What one introvert needs is different from what another introvert needs. It all depends where we fall on the introversion and extroversion spectrum. That determines how much social interaction that you need. But every one of us needs social interaction, no matter how small it is. Zero is not the answer unless you are dead. For as long as you are living, you need some level of social interaction. Otherwise, you are going to feel lonely. And loneliness will affect every area of your life. Loneliness will affect you physically. It will affect you psychologically. It will affect you spiritually. Loneliness is a disease that kills. It kills physically. It kills psychologically. It kills spiritually. It's not something you want to deal with. if you want to be healthy, if you want to be happy, if you want to live long, then you need to have the right amount of social interaction for you so that you are not lonely, so you don't kill yourself, you don't die before your time. You can be happier, you can be healthier, and you can live longer, right? Because the way we're made to be social beings. We need social interaction, right? We need social interaction. We're made social beings. The one who created us said it is not good for us to be alone. It is not good for us to be alone. Another place it says that it puts the solitary into families. He's saying the solitary, that is not a good state. That's not a good place for you to be. So I'm going to put you in family. I'm going to put you in relationship. I'm going to put you in interaction. I'm going to put you in a social setting. I'm going to give you the opportunity to have social interaction because you need it. You cannot live without it. You're going to die before your time if you live without it. So he puts the solitary in families for that reason, for that purpose, right? In Ecclesiastes, the Bible says that two are better than one. Being in a relationship is better than not being in a relationship. Some people will say, hey, I can date alone. I'm alone. Oh, I don't want anybody to hurt me. They've hurt me before. The devil has your name on speed dial. The devil has your number on speed dial, right? If you're like that, that's self-deception. Someone wants to kill you, so the person has corrupted your mind to think you can live life on your own. You can do things on your own. That is not the way the master created you. That's not the way the creator put you together. That's not the combination code to your life. You need someone else in your life. You need relationship. You need someone else in your life. You need relationship. You need social interaction to actualize. To actualize, you need social interaction. You need to be able to relate with other people. On your own, you cannot actualize. You cannot become all that you are created to be. You cannot evolve to the highest expression of what and who you were created to be without having social interaction. You need that to actualize. You need that to evolve, to become all that God has created you to be. You need people in your life. So the Ecclesiastes will say two are better than one, because when one falls, the other one will pick him up. When it's cold, the other one will warm him up, right? There's that popular song we used to sing, Lean on Me, right? Lean on me when you're not strong. One day I'm not going to be strong. I'm going to need a shoulder to lean on also. We need one another. You need someone else in your life. You cannot do life on your own. This is not to say that you become a prisoner to other people. No. I'm not saying that you become a prisoner to relationship. It's that you use relationship. You must still have the mastery even over relationship. You don't become a servant to relationship. Rather, you use it. It's a tool in the toolbox that God has given to us to live and thrive and win in this life. Right? So, but comes to, people say this way, it says, we are all emotional beings. We are all emotional beings. We are all social beings looking for relevance. We are created to look for relevance. We are created to look for relevance. If you are not looking for relevance, then you are dead. You are not a human being. The way we are created to look for relevance. We are created to want to matter in someone else's life. You were created to want to matter in someone else's life. There's something inside of us that wants to make us matter in someone else's life. That wants to make us matter in our environment. When we don't matter, we'll feel invisible. We'll feel invisible when we don't matter. We'll feel unheard. We'll feel unseen. We'll become lonely when we don't matter. That's the way we're created. We're created to seek relevance. It is not a sin to want to seek relevance. It is not a sin to want people to know that you are there, that you are not invisible, you are there, that you matter, that you make a difference. It's the way there's a combination called the master, the creator, put inside of us. It is not a sin, it is not out of place. We're created to want to matter. We're created to want to be seen, not invisible. Yes, the level of being seen is different. For an extrovert, he wants to be really seen. Introvert, maybe not really seen, but still wants to be seen. Maybe not seen in the public, too many eyes, but still want to matter. You don't want people to think that you are just a table, you are an inanimate thing. It gives that feeling that you are not loved. To matter is to be loved. To be relevant is to be loved. We're created to want to be loved. Right? We're created to want to be loved. Hey, Roger, you're welcome. Thanks for stopping by. You are created to want to be loved. So Beth says, we all are emotional beings. We all are social beings looking for relevance, looking to matter, right? We're looking for context. We're looking for where to plug in. We're looking for connection. We're created to look for connection. We're created to look for connection, to want to relate with somebody else. It might not be the whole world, but you need somebody. You can't do this life on your own. We need somebody, right? The good life is not a destination, right? The good life is not a destination. It's not, oh, I'm going to be good life when I'm 10 years, when I'm 20 years, or when I'm an adult. Oh, when I retire, then I'll have a good life. Oh, when I start working, I'll have the good life. When I get married, I'll have the good life. When I have children, I'll have the good life. Oh, it's when my children leave the house, I'll have a good life. The good life is not a destination. It is a part itself. It is the now. It is in the moment, right? It is in the moment. We're supposed to have the good life today, not in the future. You are supposed to build the good life to every moment of your life. We're not here to postpone life. We're not here to postpone living. We're here to live. We're not practicing to live, huh? We're not here to practice how to live. Oh, we are practicing, then we'll live the life later. Right? That's where most of us live our life. As if we are practicing. No, you're not practicing. No. Every day that you live is deduction for the total number of days that you have. Everyone of us has a certain amount of days that we're allowed in this life. When those days has expired, we need to leave. Every single one will leave is a minus from the total. We're not here to practice. You didn't close it off. You are not here to practice. You are here to live the life. Right? We're here to live the life. So let's live that life. Right? Let's live that life. Right? So let me go on here. So success is attaining the goal we have set for ourselves, right? So when it comes to what makes for a successful life, right? There's no one definition of success. One person's success is not necessarily the definition of success for someone else. When it comes to defining what makes for a successful life, it's meeting the goal you set for yourself, whatever that goal is, low, high, whatever goal you set for yourself. If you can meet that goal, for you, that's success, right? So success is meeting the goal you have set for yourself. Now, whether you're fulfilled or not, it's a different thing. So there's success, there's good success, right? Good success, not just success. It's an attainment or achievement that fulfills you. Why? You're not just meeting a goal, but your tank is full. You are being fulfilled by the achievement of the goal that you have set for yourself. Just success is achieving a goal you have set for yourself. But that might not necessarily fill you depending on what that goal is. If that goal is low, it might not necessarily make you happy. People meet goals, but don't necessarily make them happy. People pass the exam, get certification, graduate from courses their heart was not in. They did for someone else. Yes, they made a success of that endeavor, but that cannot be called a good success because he did not fill their tank. A good success is one which fills you, makes you better as a person, makes you happier as a person, makes you feel fulfilled as a person, right? So you're not just hitting a target, but as you are hitting that target, you are feeling fulfilled as a result of doing that, right? So a good life is one that aims for a good success, not just success, right? So the purpose of life itself is to be happy. I know some people struggle with that, right? Because they are just too religious, because they don't understand life itself, right? We are not here for any other thing but to be happy, because happiness is the fulfillment of our purpose of existence. When I fulfill my purpose, my reason of existence, I will be happy. I cannot be happy outside the purpose of my existence, the intent of my existence, right? Happiness is found in me fulfilling the purpose, the intent of my existence, right? When I fulfill the purpose, the intent of my existence, I am happy, right? When I live up to the highest expression of all that I was created for, I am happy, right? The purpose, the reason why we're here is to be happy, is to live to the fullest extent of why, the reason we were created, right? So it's not in anything else. It's not here coming to play religion, dogma, make other people happy. If you are living the essence of your existence, if you are living the essence of your creation, you'll be happy. Again, looking at happy from another angle, right? Happy is a personal thing. It's a personal adventure. It's what I define happiness to be. Because happiness is the way I see things. You know, happiness has nothing to do with anything other than the way I see things, right? So a good life typically would have the quotient of being happy, right? You can't tell me you have a good life and you're not happy. There's a question mark. Yes, there are sacrifices to be made. Yes, but if I understand those sacrifices, I can make them with joy because I know why I am doing it. You know, in the scriptures, the Bible says that the light afflictions that we're going through is nothing compared to the joy that is before us. Yes, I'm going through trouble. I'm making sacrifices, but there's a reason why I am doing it. So because of the reason why I'm doing it, I can rejoice, even though I'm going through pain right now. Scripture, the Bible talks of Jesus Christ. It says that for the joy that was set before him, he was able to endure the pain of the cross. Yes, there was pain, but in the pain, he can be happy. He can rejoice because he was doing it for a reason, for a purpose. Remember at the beginning, I said, if you don't have a vision, you are going to end in hell. You must have the reason why you are doing what you are doing. You must have a purpose. You must have a why. You don't just do things for the sake of doing it. If you do things for the sake of doing it, you will not be happy. You will not be joyful. You will not be fulfilled. You can go through pain if you have a reason for doing it. If you have a why for it, you can be happy going through pain because your sight on your why is the reason for your joy. Is the reason for your happiness. You are not doing it for the sake of doing it. You are fighting, you are punching, hitting substance, knowing that you are making an effort, you are producing a result, right? So a good life typically will have a quotient of being happy because it has a purpose, it has a why in it, right? So a good life is a life you are happy about. If you're not happy about your life, then you're not living a good life. Because a good life is one you are happy about. Why? Because you know why you are living it. You know why you are where you are. You know where you are going to. You know what it takes to get there. And you are every day doing what you can do to get to where you want to get to. That is what makes you happy. You're not necessarily happy because of the present state you are in, your present circumstance, but your eyes are upon the mark. Your eyes are upon the things that you are walking towards. Your eyes are upon the vision. Your eyes are upon the joy that is set before you, right? Therefore, you can be happy, right? You can be happy because you are on a journey. You are on a journey. You are going somewhere. You are going somewhere. And every day you are becoming better, 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 better. You are getting closer and closer to the mark. You are getting closer and closer to your hand, to your intent. You are getting closer and closer home. Because wherever that thing is, that the joy that is set before you, that is your home. That's where your heart is. That's where your rest is. And you are pushing towards it. Your joy is because you are pushing towards it. You are walking towards it. Therefore, you can rejoice because you are walking towards it. Hey, you're welcome, Pastor Fola. How you doing? Good to have you. Right. So a good life is being able to live a quiet and peaceable life on your own terms. Right? If you're living a good life, then you're able to live a quiet and peaceable life on your own terms. Right? Because you are the master of your fate. You are the master of your destiny. You are the captain of your soul. You know why you are doing what you are doing. You know what the price you are paying. You know the price you have to pay. You know the price you are paying at every point in time. And you know what you are trying to get from the price you are paying. You are not just wasting time. You are investing time. You are not just wasting time. You are investing time. You know why you are doing what you are doing, and you know it's a seed for the harvest you are expecting. You know your harvest, and you are intentionally sowing the seed of your time, sowing the seed of your talent, sowing the seed of your effort, knowing the harvest you are expecting. Right? So a good life is one that live a quiet and peaceable life, right? It's being able to live a quiet and peaceable life on your own terms, right? It might not necessarily be now. It might be on your way there. At the beginning, maybe you can't live a peaceable life because of where you are. That might be your reality today, but that's not where you want to end with. You can target that. You can target that. When you get to your wealthy place, it will be on your own time. When you get to your wealthy place, it'll be a quiet and peaceable life on your own time. So where you have today is not peaceable, it's not quiet, it's not on your own time, it's okay, it's your today. But that is not home. Keep moving. That's not home. Keep moving. Keep investing. Keep investing. Keep moving. Keep investing. Keep investing your talent. Keep investing your time. Right? Keep sowing. Because everything you sow, you get an harvest. You know then what to sow for. You are sowing for a peaceable life. You are sowing for a quiet life. You are sowing for living life on your own time. So you sow today because you know where home is. You sow today because you know where home is. That your time is not wasted. Your effort is not wasted. You are punching and you are beating something. You're not just punching. You know why you are punching. You know where you need to punch, and you're hitting the target. That's the good life. That's a good life. You are hitting the target. Right? Carl Rogers posted this way. He says, a good life is a process, not a state of being. It is a direction, not a destination. A good life is a process. 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 Right? My time with you here is a process. I'm going somewhere. This is not the end result. I'm processing. I'm processing. I'm processing. This is my 4th year doing this. Guess what? I wasn't like this the first year. I wasn't like this the second year. I wasn't like this the 3rd year. Now I'm in the 4th year. Guess what? I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I'm getting more confident. I'm getting more confident in doing it. I'm getting more bold in doing it. I'm learning how to do it. I looked at my video in my 1st year and I cringe. Oh, I mean, I did that. Oh, the whole world is seeing that. But I'm better today. Guess what? I kept on doing. I kept on pressing. Each press, I became better. Each press, I became more confident. Each step, each press, I knew better how to do it. I'm living a good life. It wasn't something I waited for. If I said, oh, I'm going to wait till 4 years, then I'll start doing it. I'm not going to be here today. In 4 years, I've learned how to do it by doing it. The good life is a process. You learn by doing it. The good life is a process. Everything that has to do with life, everything that has to do with a good life, you learn by doing it. It's a process. You learn by doing it. It's a process. I have a farm business. He said, we're in our fourth year, right? The first 3 years, we didn't make any money. Now in our fourth year, we're making money, right? At least we're having some cash flow. We're not broken even, but we're having cash flow. And the future is good. But we wouldn't have gotten here if we did not continue. The first year, we didn't make much. Second year, we didn't make much. Third year, we didn't make much. But all those years matter. All those years have brought us to our fourth year. If we did not do those 3 years, we would not be in our fourth year. Those 3 years are our foundation. They are the seed we sowed to the prosperous fourth year that we're in. If we did not sow those 3 years, we will not be in our prosperous fourth year. And our fifth year will even be better because we'll have sown these 4 years. A good life is not you just sitting down, oh, good life will come upon me. Oh, destiny helper will come upon me. No, it's a process. You learn by doing. You learn by doing. You learn by doing. You know where you are, you accept where you are, and you begin to apply yourself. You do what you can do where you are, then it will take you to the next level. If you look at the mountain before you, it might look impossible. But if you begin to do the things you can do today, before you know it, the impossible will become possible because you will grow. You will enlarge. The good life is a process. It's not a state of being. It is a direction. You must be going in the right direction. You can run all you want, but if you're running the wrong direction, you're not making progress. Progress is only in the right direction, whether you are slow or fast, but it must be in the right direction. So the direction is important, right? The direction is important. That's a good life, right? A good life is a life. The good life is the life you will consider good when you are on your dying bed. If you want to know what a good life is, go talk to someone that's dying, or imagine yourself on your dying bed, right? Imagine yourself on the dying bed. I was sharing with someone the other day. Sometimes some things look so good in the moment. Oh, if I do it right now, I must do it. If I don't do it, it looks so good in the moment. They look like it's life and death in the moment. If only you can hold yourself and look into the future. Go into the future and look back. Look back at that state you are in the present. Look at the present from the future. And you would say, I'm going to regret doing this. Oh, how can I do that? But if you're lost in the moment, you might think that is the most important thing in your life. In my business, right? I'm a wells engineer, right? I work in the oil field. When we plan, we always plan. We always plan with the end in mind. We'll go to the end. Why are we doing this? And begin to plan backwards. And that's the same thing. Stephen Covey tells us. He says, how does it play now? That's the habits anyway, but I'm going to quote it. I can't decipher it immediately right now. But you must always have the end in mind. The way to plan your life, the way to have a good life is imagine yourself on the dying bed, right? Imagine yourself on the dying bed, right? Just imagine yourself on your dying bed. You're dying. What are the things that will matter to you when you're on your dying bed, right? What are the things that will matter to you when you're in dying bed? That's the question you need to ask. What would you want to have said of this? What would you want to see? What life would you want to have lived if you are when you're in your dying bed? How would you want people to see you? What would you want people to say about you? My mama passed on this Monday, right? And my mama lived a good life. You know. But it's just that place again to remember, when you're on your dying bed, what would you want people to say about you? How about you do that? I'm about to ask myself when I'm on my dying bed, what would I want if my father was alive? What would I want him to say about me? What would I want my mama to say about me? What would I want my wife to say about me? What would I want my children to say about me? What would I want my siblings to say about me? What would I want you to say about me? Look, I've seen this. This is the deja vu. I've been here before because I saw it and I wrote it down. What would I want people to say about me? I know I'm a teacher, right? So I wrote down what I want as a teacher. I want to be able to teach in such a way that people will understand. I don't want to speak big English. I want people to be able to say that he spoke and we understood. He spoke and the light came on. He spoke and the light came on. He spoke and the light came on. I wrote that. That's what I want to be. I want people to say about me on my dying bed. That's why I do what I do. That's why I do what I do the way that I do it. I am living by purpose. They say, why that I'm living by? I am not doing this by chance. I am not an accidental teacher. I am not here by chance. It has already been planned. It has already been written down. I've already written down what I want to see on my dying bed. A good life. Oh, all right. I think I jumped something on my page here. All right, no. So, all right. I read something earlier on and I've jumped it in my page here. All right, whatever it is. Whatever happened to what I was looking at, but I'll say it all the same. But a good life is one that the life you would want to see of yourself when you're your dying bed, right? Happiness is not a personal decision, right? Happiness, did I say something? I'm saying in reverse because I don't know what happened, but I spoke about something I had seen and somebody has disappeared on my screen. I don't know why, what happened in the process of my phone falling off. I don't know if I deleted it, but whatever. I'm just going to jump where I am. Uh, so, so I spoke about success earlier on, and I think I have done this. All right. All right. I jumped something, but whatever it is, let me continue. But we talked about happiness earlier on, so I'm not going to repeat that. I see something I said earlier on just come up. Uh, all right, I've said a bit of this. All right, whatever. You know, I'm gonna jump here. I don't know. I shared something now, and I thought I saw it on my slide, and somebody has disappeared in all the shaking. Uh, all right, that's what happened. All right. In that shaking, I deleted the slide inadvertently. That's what slide I was looking for. I deleted it. Apologies. Wow. Good, I brought it back because that was a powerful slide. It says a good life is a life you will consider good when you are on your dying bed. It's not the life you consider good just now because now you have emotions and all of that. Oh, someone wants to give me 5 million, and I think that that's the best thing in sliced bread. You see, it might be okay in the now. Is it okay when I'm on my dying bed? When I'm thinking about it on my dying bed, will it still be okay? I work with a lot of beautiful, stunningly beautiful people, and I'm a man. My batteries are well charged. My body is saying this. It might look so good in the moment. I could do it in a moment. How will it look when I'm down my dying bed? Will I say, oh, you did a good thing? It might make sense in a moment. Does it make sense in eternity? Does it make sense when I'm on my dying bed and I'm thinking about what I did? You need to judge your life based on what you will consider good when you're in your dying bed. Don't be ruled by emotions. Don't be ruled by feelings. These things become clear in the face of death. When you don't, when you think they're immortal, things are blurred, and you think you don't have what it's simply saying is that teach us, remind us that we're mortal beings. We're not immortal beings. We're not going to live forever. There's going to be an exit date. No matter how and say, I lived a good life. Like I said about my mama, I can say my mama lived a good life. Will I be able to say that about myself when I'm on my dying bed? Would you be able to say that about yourself when you're dying bed? Every day of my life, I live to be able to say that. Every day of my life, I live for what I will say when I'm on my dying bed. And it's not just on my dying bed. I'm going to have to go into eternity. I'm going to have to meet God. My spirit will return to God. Will I be able to give a good account of what he gave to me? Will I be able to say, God, I lived a good life? The spirit you gave to me, I lived a good life with it. Will I be able to say that? That is the definition of a good life. A good life is the one I'm able to report back to the master. I lived well with, I did something good with. If I cannot do that, I'm not living a good life. A good life is a life you will consider good when you are on your dying bed, when you are in the face of mortality. That is a good life. A good life is not a happenstance. It will not just going to happen by dying. A good life. A good life is one you plan for, you work for. You have to plan for it, you have to work for it. It doesn't just happen. It's not a miracle. It's not magic. You have to work for it. You have to sow for it. You have to labor for it. A good life is one you labor for, you sow for. A good life is a harvest. It's the result of the right sowing, right? A good life is one you create by structured plan and definite actions. A structured plan and definite actions. That's what will give you a good life, right? A good life will not just happen, right? Just quickly going back, talking about happiness. Happiness is a personal decision, right? It is a personal decision. It is a responsibility. It is an adventure, and it is a venture, right? And all of that, look at it from the place of good life. A good life is a personal decision. It is a responsibility. It is an adventure, and it is a venture, right? Happiness is not tied. Happiness or a good life is not tied to a location, a place, a person, or any particularity. It's all about you. Having a good life is about you. You are your own happiness. You are your own good life. Only you can give yourself a good life. No one else. Not even God can give it to you. Not even God. God will give you the things you need for it. But whether you have a good life or not, it's up to you. Not God, but you. You are the master of your fate. You are the master of your destiny, not God. You are the captain of your soul, not God. God will give you the things you need. You have to drive the ship. You have to do the work. You have to do the sowing, not God. God is available to everybody. Not everybody will succeed. Because success or failure is what you do with what God has given. Happiness is a spiritual experience of living every minute with love, grace, and gratitude. A good life is a spiritual experience of living every minute, every moment with love, grace, and gratitude. Right? Human beings are primarily social animals. We already said that before, right? So we talked about the fact of if you don't interact, you're going to come into a place of depression, right? You cannot do this life alone. We emphasized that already, right? A good life, Robert Waldinger says, is built on a good relationship, right? We've talked about relationship, and a good life is built on that, right? We've talked about the fact that good relationship keeps us healthier and happier already. A good life is built with good relationship with yourself, right? A good relationship with yourself and something bigger than you and others. So a good life is built with having a right relationship with yourself, something bigger than you. For us Christians is God. For some other people, it might not be God, but you need something bigger than you, irrespective, and others, right? So a good life needs to relate in those three spheres: yourself, something bigger than you, hopefully God, and others, right? And so we need to make choices, that cultivate one relationship, all around us in all these three spheres. It's a choice. We already spoke about what a healthy relationship is. All right. We again, generally, life is a process. We already said that life is a process. It's not a straight road, right? But and we'll talk about that as we spoke about it running through the book, and we'll talk about it as we go through this summary again. We'll go through the different circles of life, and we sometimes we hit roadblocks, right? I was just looking at my hair. I'm all torn gray. When I was 50 years old, I barely had white hair on my hair, but look at me here at 57, and I'm all torn gray. Part of it is natural. Part of it has been because of the issues of life I've had to struggle with, right? I've had to hit roadblocks and push, right? And part of it is a mark of things I've had to battle with. But all of that has made me who I am today. I might not like the white hair. I probably love the black hair, but beyond all of that, I am who I am today because of the battles I've had to fight. The confidence you see did not drop overnight. It comes from the experience of life. It comes from the experience of life. It comes from having fought battles and won. Lost some, but won the war. Right? That is who I am. And life, and that's how all of us evolve. Life is an evolution. Life is an evolution. You become all that you have because of the experience of life, the things you've had to struggle with, the things you've had to fight with, the things you've had to overcome in life, right? It's not, life is not for sissies, right? Life is a serious business, right? Life has challenges, and those challenges are not to defeat you, that make you stronger by overcoming them. Same way you go to the gym and you carry weight to get muscles, right? That's what challenges of life are. They're the weight you have to carry to become a better person, to grow to be all that God has created you to be, right? You have innate strength, innate giftings that you are lying to lay fallow that you're not using. That's why God allows adversity in your life to wake them up. Because when your adversity comes, it's a stand up or die, right? So you wake up to life. And in waking up to life, you find those innate, latent giftings in your life, right? And you evolve, you become what God has always wanted you to be. You wish you would have been that thing without the challenges of life, but for whatever reason, you did not wake up to life. So God had to wake you up, right? Irrespective of how he does it, the most important thing is that you finally woke up and became, right? And that's what a good life is all about. Our place is to accept what it is, what life is, and then make it what we want it to be. Life is what it is. Irrespective of where this message might be meeting you, it is what it is. You need to accept where you are. Accept how you got there, but don't stop there. Don't rest there. Accept where you are, then begin to apply yourself to take you to where you want to be, where you ought to be, right? But you have to start where you are. You have to accept where you are, then begin to apply yourself, begin to do the things you can do. Because until you do the things you can do, God will not help you with the things you cannot do, right? So the good life is not something somewhere. It's happening and should happen right now where you are. Because a good life is in the moments. It's a collection of the moments of life. It's happening wherever we find ourselves right now, not tomorrow, but right now. So real happiness comes from giving, stepping out of our comfort zone and applying ourselves, right? If you want to have an interesting time with people, you have to be interested and be interesting, right? So you know that popular saying, if you want to have friends, you must show yourself friendly. If you want to have a good life, then you must step out, you know. and step out of your comfort zone, and go venture, right? The good life involves living from within, not without. It's the inside life coming out on the outside. It's an expression of all we were created to be, not an impressing of others, right? The good life is expressing yourself, expressing who you are, not trying to impress people, but you are expressing the God nature, who God has made you to be, the giftings of God, the endowments of God on and in your life. Not trying to impress people. Impressing people is not a good life. It's a wasted life, right? We're not here to impress people. We're here to express the definite nature, giftings, endowments that God has in and upon our life on others. Because that's how we become a blessing. You don't bless people by impressing them. You bless people by sharing yourself with them. Sharing yourself with them. That's how you bless people, not by impressing people. When you impress people, you're you're a jester, you're a joker. To bless people, you have to share yourself with them, right? It is an expression of how we're created to be, not an impression of others. It is self-actualization. That's what a good life is, right? The good life is lived by faith, not by fear. The good life is inspired by love and guided by knowledge, right? So, one of the things we looked at in chapter 1 was the different kinds of fears, and we looked at different kinds of fears. I only just brought up 4 of those. We looked at a lot when we looked at it, but I brought up 4 of it. And one of the fears that normally limits people is a fear of failure. A lot of people don't actualize, don't live a good life because they are scared they will fail. They don't want to venture because they are scared they will fail. What if I do this and it doesn't work? What if I come in front of you all here and I cannot talk? How would it look like? If that was my fear, I would not be here today. In 2021, I just said, all right, I'm going to do this. And I did it. Right. I looked at my first video and I cringed. I mean, that's what I did. I did that. I said that. Oh my God. But I did it badly until I could do it better. I did it badly, not intentionally, but that's all I could do at that point in time till I could do it better. I wasn't as confident as this when I started, but being in the 4th year, I'm better. I'm better. I have years behind me. I've seen God move. I've seen my talents work. I've accumulated experience. But if I did not start, I would not be here. Right? You cannot actualize for as long as you are scared of failing. And you are going to fail. You're not always going to make it. But failing is a part of life. It's not a death sentence. You have to fail to succeed. Thomas Edison failed 999 times to succeed. We have never forgotten him. We will never forget him because of his success. Nobody remembers his failure, right? You see those playing football, they shoot so many times. We don't remember any of those. We remember the ones they scored. But they did not do all those shooting that missed. They would not have scored. You're going to fail. Oh. It's a given. Don't be scared of it. It's one of those things. But you have to fail to succeed because in your failing, you learn how to do it better. Right? So failure typically will hold people back, but keep on pushing. You're going to succeed. Just have a high for what you want and push towards it. Some people on the other side fear success. Some people fear failure. That's why they don't ever win. They don't appear. Some people are scared they will succeed. And that's the reason why they don't do anything. If I succeed, some people probably feel, oh, I don't want to know where someone that is that popular. Oh, maybe he will leave us. He will stop talking to us. Oh, we'll join a different class. Now he has money. That stops some people because of what people will say, about them. Because some people will stop talking to them. Some people will stop relating with them. There are some people that don't talk to me. We had an election some 2 years ago or 1 year ago. And because of that, some people don't come and comment on my Facebook or whatever reason they have. That's their life. I'm getting to 2,400 plus followers on Threads. If Facebook is not working, I'm active on Thread and I have a lot of people, motion things going on Threads. I'm not any less, I'm better, right? So don't be scared of succeeding, right? Don't, because of what people would say, limit yourself. You should be driven by becoming the highest expression of all God has made you to be, not what people will say. Those who were not there when they gave birth to you. And whether you like it or not, one day they will leave you. Either they will die before you or they will relocate or something, or they'll just forget about you. So why sacrifice your success, your joy, your good life because of that person? The only person you can do without is God. Even that person is for a season. Your good life, your destiny, what you would think about yourself on your dying bed is more important than anybody that wants to make you be scared of your success. Another fear is fear of loss. People are scared that they're going to lose something. Kind of close to the fear of failure. But if I succeed, I might lose this. Don't let that limit you. Right? Go for what you want. But as long as it's what you want, life is what it is. The things you are scared of losing, you will lose without doing anything. One thing I found out as by passage of life is the things I am so scared of losing, I lose. The things I'm not sold out to, I don't make a God in my life that I just relate with, I keep. And Jesus said that. It's a principle of life. The thing you think, I cannot do without it. Oh, I must have it. You lose it because you are making a God out of it. Don't make a God out of anything. Use things, take things for what they are, but don't tie your life to it. What is yours is yours. It's like the home pigeon. The home pigeon will always find its way home. That which is yours will always find its way to you. Nobody can take what is yours away from you. Don't stress yourself. If it's yours, it's yours. Nobody can take it away. And the other fear which we spoke about is the fear of being judged. And this makes people shy and all of that. A lot of we introverts probably guilty of that. I lead my life. This is not this is not the way I grew. Being here in front of a screen and talking to everybody like this. This is not who this is not the way I grew up. The one person you're seeing right now is practice. I've become this by reason of practice. This is not the way I grew up. I grew up with the fear of being judged. Oh, what would they say about me? Oh, my nose. Oh, my eyes. My hair. Did I shape my hair well? Oh, am I talking well? Oh, what about the English I'm doing? Oh, maybe I'm too fast. Maybe I'm too slow. Oh, who cares? Those that are yours, those that will be blessed by you will come your way and they will understand. Those that are not for you, just be you, just be you, born, just be you, born. Those that are for you will catch fire from you. Those that are not, they'll find their way. Jesus Christ says, no one comes to me except God brings them. Same way, those that are for you will come your way and they will enjoy and be blessed by you. Those that are not for you, they'll find their way somewhere else. They were not ordained to hear from you. That's what Jesus said, right? Say, those that come to me are the people that the Father brings, right? The disciples will say each time, as many as were ordained to be saved, as many as are ordained to be saved. Just do your part. Do your part, born. Those who are to catch the fire will catch it. Those that were not to catch the fire, they will not catch it. Just satisfy your conscience and live a good life. Be fulfilled, actualize, right? And we're about home here, So typically, some ways to conquer fear, part of what I've said, but you take ownership of your story, take ownership of your life, take ownership of your past, your present, and your future. Be at peace with your past. Once you're not at peace with your past, you're going to have fears. Whether those past will catch up with you, whatever has happened, has happened. There's nothing you can do about it. Life is lived in the moment. You're living life now. Whatever will come to pass, I don't know. All I can do is sow seeds today. The seeds I sow today will determine my future and hopefully heal my past. All I have power on is my today, not my yesterday, not my tomorrow, my today. That is where you are most powerful. Live there. If you want to overcome fear, oh, what will happen tomorrow? Will I be able to pay school fees? Oh, will I be a parent? Work. So today, do all you can today. When you do your best today, sowing the seeds, the harvest will take care of your affairs tomorrow. Right? Visualize success. What is success for you? Visualize it. Because when you know where you're going, you have the power in the today to push you towards that. Right? Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Right? Take care of your body, take care of your mind, take care of your spirit, right? And all will be well. When there's peace within, when there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can have no power over you. Take care of yourself. Let there be a congruency in your person. The congruency in your person will overcome the fear that's coming from outside, right? And my last slide here to close today is, if you want to be happy, set a goal that commands your thoughts, liberates your energy, and ensures your hope. So says Andrew Carnegie. If you want to have a good life, set a goal for it. Like I said, on your dying bed, what life would you call a good life on your dying bed? Set a goal for it. Walk towards it. Like I said, one of it is me spending time with you. It's one of my goals. I want on my dying bed say, I lived a good life as a good teacher. People saw the light because of me, right? You are the master of your destiny and fate. You are the captain of your soul. Never forget that. You make a difference in your life. And by making a difference in your life, you make a difference in other people's life also. I hope you enjoy the time with me. Thanks, Chase Feeds. Not sure I know your name, but thanks for staying the whole length with me. Thanks, Roger. Thanks for staying time with me. And Pastor Fola, thanks for coming along also. I'm going to put this on the Instagram, my Instagram reel when I'm done. It's on YouTube also. It's going to be on my Facebook also. The first part of our summary of the whole book. We've been doing this book for a whole year. Been doing this since the first Sunday of July. Been discussing the whole book. We finished it last Sunday, and what I'm doing right now is doing a summary of the whole book, a summary of what we've been sharing for the last 1 year. So what I've done today is the introduction and chapter 1. Tomorrow I'm going to try and next Sunday, I'm going to try and sum up chapter 2 and chapter 3 and continue to sum up the whole book, which will be the end of July. And we'll start on our 7th book, first Sunday of August, God helping us. So thanks for spending this time with me. I hope you learned something. If there's something you want to add to what I've said, feel free to drop a note for me. On Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, feel free. And let's learn together, let's grow together. Until I come back next week, Sunday. Do have a great week this week. Remember, you are the master of your fate. You're the master of your destiny. You are the captain of your soul. Go out and win. Go out and have a good life. God bless you. See you next Sunday. Bye-bye.